sweat, it's just podcasting. All right, 3, 2, 1. From NPR, it's How I Built This, a show about innovators, entrepreneurs, idealists, and the stories behind the movements they built. I'm Guy Raz, and joining us today are the two sisters who are the masterminds behind the multi-million-dollar brand, Truck Nuts.
It's a pleasure to be here, Guy.
Thanks for having us.
Wow, I am starstruck. I'm such a fan of you two. You two are an impressive pair. How did you manage to bust into the market of truck testes?
Well, as a Yale-trained anatomy artist, naturally I fell in love with a local artisanal vagina tree. It's a tree with felt vaginas on it, and when I looked at it, all my sexual shame melted away.
And as a Ball State business graduate, of course I wanted to monetize that sexual expression. I wanted it on highways across America.
Little known fact, we didn't start with the balls of today. Our initial prototype was actually based on Yellow Springs, Prius pubes.
Of course, those are a collector's favorite. You know, I actually won this beautiful set on eBay. Just so the listeners at home can
It was a solid start, but it's too bad we couldn't keep those squirrels from burying their nuts in those pubes.
Well, thankfully you didn't give up. Now, you also tested out a few other models. Yes, there was the sedan scrotum. Who could forget the truck tatas? And always the... Odd, I can't seem to find the Corolla clitoris. Anyhow, back to the nuts. How did you land on Truck Nuts?
It's a funny story, guys. We were driving our Prius through Xenia, Ohio, and a man stuck his rear end out the window and yelled, "Meditate on this, moon bitches!"
But when he bent over, we saw more than just cheeks.
We saw all the way up to his gene pool bundles.
They were bold, beautiful, and bursting with potential.
We realized every truck deserves such artistic nuts.
We immediately went home and started our testicular tests.
Testicular test. Wow, what a mouthful. I hope I'm not offending either of you with my teabagging. I just hate for it to bust all in this cup. A mouthful of rounds is a mistake you only want to make once. It took a while for investors to realize how brilliant your idea was.
Yes, well, we stumbled into some luck when Howard Stern mentioned our nuts after seeing them on the roadway. Before long, we had offers coming at us from all directions. Spike TV, Men's Grooming Magazine, even Shark Tank wanted us to pitch them our nuts. Before long, we were pulling sacks of cash.
It's not to say we didn't hit some setbacks with the prototype. You'd be surprised what materials will shrink in the cold or cause friction in an undercarriage.
Truly, we did hire industry experts. I used my collegiate ball connections to get Jeffrey Smith Jones to do the vein work.
He is originally known for creating the divots and creases in the McRib patty.
Fascinating. Well, it worked. Not long after the release, Truck Nuts became in high demand. I remember missing out on the Blue Ball edition. Very unsatisfying.
Business was very good for a while, but then in 2017, the Anthony Weiner scandal just tainted the whole market. Suddenly, no one wanted to see balls. Too many people found the concept, dare I say, rude, and the artistry was lost.
We all remember the great cop market crash of 2017. and honestly, even if they're too embarrassed to admit, it happens to more countries than you might think. So how'd you pull out of that?
Well, we diversified our portfolio into the booming bespoke balls business.
Anatomical arts. Now your vehicle and you can have matching genitalia. In fact, we have a present for you, guys.
Breaking news!
Guys nuts!
These are impressively accurate!
Now you and your Tesla can be tweezy.
Wow! What an honor. Ladies, I'm sure you're as satisfied from this experience as I was. Now, before I let you go, I'm going to ask you a question that we ask all of our guests. How much of your success do you attribute to luck versus skill?
Well, guys, it's both luck and skill.
How so?
Everything's better in pairs.